very right in line with what I thought would happen. The you know everything I looked at, everything I saw this week when I was researching, the teams. I go back into the whole regular season and look at the matchups. I compare stats, their offense versus their defenses, see who holds up. I'm talking like even like the smallest things, like little metrics that people don't usually look at. But this game is going exactly like I hoped, which means a lot of scoring, but good football. Nothing sloppy. There's nothing weird going on. The only sloppiness I saw was Jalen dropping the ball. Of course, that's a freak accident. But I will tell you something about Jalen Hurts. He's got my respect, man. He's got my respect because right after he lost that fumble and it was ran back for a touchdown, that could destroy somebody. That could destroy your confidence. It could completely make you implode. We've seen some of the best players in NFL history on the biggest stage implode like that and screw up, okay? He goes to the sideline. He tells his guys, hey, I screwed up. That's on me. It won't happen again, okay? And then he goes out there and he's the one that scores the touchdown. And he looks great. He just keeps going back to what he's doing. And you've got to have a short memory in this game and at any level. Mistakes are going to happen. Usually you don't want a mistake like that. You don't want a fumble recovery for a touchdown. That's one of the worst things that can happen. But it did, and you just keep going. What this tells you, though, is that the score is 24-14. If you're an Eagles fan, you can see that if Jalen hadn't dropped that ball, they were driving, they were moving the ball again. This game could be out of hand. It means that the Chiefs' offense had only put up 7 points, and that happened as a result of Andy Reid having 2 weeks to script the first 15 plays, okay? So if I'm an Eagles fan, I would be very pleased with the situation, even with that mishap. And if you're a Chiefs fan, I would be very concerned about, obviously, Mahomes getting injured. I wasn't happy with the injury at all. Of course, I'm never happy with injury, but specifically because I see the trajectory of this game. If I'm going to get my high-scoring, epic game that I called for, you need Mahomes back out there. And, you don't want to see the Eagles win with Patrick not playing the second half, which I don't think that's at risk. Okay, I think he'll be fine. So, Rihanna on now?
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Look at all of you guys all focused now. This is some bullshit.
Oh, look at the stages. Like, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Like, that's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Oh, there's suspended.
Yeah,
there's like a
Yeah. So, but I appreciate you guys now all focused on the halftime show. You were, but now everyone's paying attention. So, anyway.
I didn't care about the music. I just care about looking at the stage.
So yeah, we have a good game here going, and I'll go back outside so y'all can hear that. Here's the volume. Wait, here it is. There you go, little one.
Oh.
Say hi.
I actually feel like that it's not oversaturated.
This is everyone.
Yeah.
This is YouTube.
Oh.
It's not
Hi.
so good. Milena, say hi to everybody.
Hey, God.
What was that?
Well, you caught me.
What was that? I got you.
I'm just eating.
Aaron, say hi to YouTube.
Hey,
Hi to
YouTube, how's it going?
Roman.
Oh, I do that.
Okay. I heard Rihanna hasn't performed in years, so this is her first performance. But anyway, so back to the game. It's going the way I expected, other than the fumble, like I said, and Patrick Mahomes getting injured or getting kind of banged up. So, we'll see. But injuries are part of the game. If he's out there, he's a player, okay? And before I get any shit, I'm just going to say I suspect Patrick will be right back out there. No problem. There's no way unless someone just came down hard on him and made him not come back out, there's no way that he's not going to be back out there. Okay, but that aside, I just want to say, Brady had to play with a hole in his hand. We watched John Elway play almost his whole career without an ACL on one leg. It's this is how it goes, and this is part of it. But ankle, no ankle, whatever you want to say, the Eagles are they're good, man. They're good. And if you watched the live show last night, and I told you guys that I should have given them more attention, I did not do my due diligence. That is rare for me to not do something like that. That's rare for me to kind of just let something like that slide. But I honestly just didn't really pay much attention to them and give them the respect that they were due. And once I did all the research this week, I have to say, they're good, man. They're good. So Jalen Hurts has got my respect the way he's playing so far. If he can keep that up and not implode, which I don't expect him to, because if he was going to, that fumble would have done it. And that first drive, Patrick to Kelsey on those 2 throws, great throws, dude. Awesome throws. He looked good there. But he did have some trouble throwing from the pocket a little bit after that. And we saw that a bit. So the Eagles, the penalties. So we'll talk about the penalties. The very first penalty of the game was a offsides by the Chiefs. But offsides is offsides. That's not like a judgment penalty. Second penalty, I think, was when the Eagles got called for offensive pass interference. That one, it's a little weird. I wouldn't have called that pass interference, I don't think. I think that would have been more of illegal contact. It doesn't matter, I guess. But I don't know. I thought that was a little soft to call in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't have probably messed with that one if I was the head ref of that, or if that was my crew. But whatever, fine. Technically, I guess you can call it. And there was another one. It escapes me at the moment. But I thought we were going to start getting flags everywhere, and so luckily it kind of stopped and kind of died out. Although I am a little confused about the call, the reversed call on that catch on the sidelines there at the end of the half there. Now, obviously, it changed things for the Eagles, because had that stayed with the call on the field, they would have had more time to get into the end zone instead of having to kick a field goal. But you can see the ball, it does touch the ground a little bit. I'm not so sure that it was enough to say that he didn't catch it. And we've seen that turned over before. And if you can hear, we've seen that be called like that. To turn over a call with 2 minutes left in the game, you've got to have indisputable evidence, and I don't think that was it. Again, there's a judgment call to be made about was the ground helping him make the catch. I don't know. It's open to interpretation, I guess. But even Mike Pereira, the guy who used to run the referees, even said, I wouldn't have reversed that one. So that right there, call on the field, you stick with the call on the field unless it's obvious, is my opinion. But whatever. I'm just kind of trying to go over every, eventful thing. Like I said, the Eagles offense is incredible. Jalen Hurts, dude, he seems to be able to do anything he wants out there. It's really crazy. He can run the ball. He can throw. He's making good decisions. That deep throw, my God, that deep throw to A.J. Brown, dude, that was incredible. The throw, the catch, the way A.J. Brown kind of kept the trajectory of the ball, focused on it, didn't lose sight of it. Even got tripped up by the Chiefs defender and got around him and still made the catch. Tennessee Titans, I just got to ask, why'd you get rid of this guy? I'm just wondering, what were you thinking? What were you doing? So, but yeah, let's see. Oh, offsides. So Chiefs, why are you always offsides? Okay, this goes back to 2018 AFC Championship game. It's always offsides. You're constantly offsides in every freaking game. Like every game that matters, you're offsides. Why is this not coached correctly? And this is not the same defensive coordinator that's Steve Spagnuolo now, but back in 2010 was a different guy, and they still are doing the same thing. It's like, what is this? It's like Andy Reid. Does he like just oversee the offense, but then the defense is just, whatever. It's a very strange thing, very weird. That's usually a discipline problem, and well, we talked about it before that. The Andy Reid's teams are not exactly, that buttoned up in a lot of cases. So, especially with the way they act sometimes. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's a great Super Bowl so far. I told you guys last night I expected this to be a lot of fun, and so far I'm enjoying it a lot. I just am afraid of the second half, and what I mean by afraid of the second half is I'm afraid of the refs getting involved. And I don't care who it's for. I don't care if it's for the Eagles or the Chiefs. I don't want the refs involved. Let the best team win, okay, and let them, have it out. Let's not get any nonsense going here. So, yeah, I can't see the comments because I'm using my cell phone. Let me open them up real quick and see what you guys are saying before I go. Okay. Let's see. Gord King, John Thomas Chavez, Tiffany, what's up? Satire Junk. Lanny Seals, hey, how's it going? No, yeah, of course, never support injury. That's crazy. Unless they're just like an awful human being, and then I would support it all day long. All right. Yeah, John, Casey can't stop jumping off sides. Exactly. We're on the same wavelength there. Yeah, Luke, so far the penalties, nothing really to get upset about, nothing really crazy. Like I said, I'm just going over them and saying what I would have done and that, but yeah, so far it's not what I was fearing, but there is still a second half, guys. You guys remember the Rams Bengals last year? That shit didn't start happening until the very end in the most crucial moments. So hopefully they will stay out of it, Michael. Yeah. Yeah, Luke. Luke, on that call, the reversal. Like I said, that you could go either way on that. I think it just depends on the ref, and where he wants. We've seen that call stay the way it is. So, yeah, it's whatever. So far, I'm happy though. I'm happy overall. I'm fine with everything for the most part. So yeah, not near as bad as we thought it was going to be. Let's see here. Marcus Jones asked, what adjustments can Chiefs make to get back in this game? Well, here's the problem. Again, their offense has only gotten 7 up on the Eagles. If it wasn't for the defense, it would be 24-7 right now. And what that means is it shows that the Chiefs offense is not breaking the code down. They're not breaking it down. Patrick has been relegated to a lot of pocket passing, and to be quite honest with you, he's not that great throwing from the pocket when he's got an ankle injury. There's trouble with follow through. There's, footwork is incredibly important. A lot of people don't realize this for pocket passers. They think that they're just statues. And yeah, I guess they're statues in the case of running around, but footwork is everything for pocket passing and follow through and leg follow through. So, you've got your, I don't think you guys can see that. Orientation's all screwed up. But anyway, you need your feet in a good position to get the aim, to get the trajectory, to get the velocity on the ball the way you want it. And if you're constantly throwing off, flat-footed and using nothing but upper body, which Patrick does when he's on the run, but when you're trying to do that from the pocket, it's a much different thing, especially when you're injured. So I think the Chiefs are in trouble, and there's not really anything they can do other than The defense has to do what they did again: make a big play, get a interception, force a fumble, give the Chiefs more possessions. I know this is simple stuff, but really that's what it's come down to. The Eagles are just the better team. Okay, there's a reason why the Eagles are favored in this game, and I thought they should have been favored probably a little more, but yeah, this Eagles team is something else. That's why I told you guys last night that me dismissing them for so long is probably my worst take ever in the history of VonAllen Sports. So, yeah, but yeah, so they're going to have to rely on the Eagles kind of killing themselves. Penalties could help them, but that's obviously not answering your question. That's not a game plan. But I think the Chiefs are in a lot of trouble, actually. It's kind of going the way I thought. I figured it'd be some high scoring, but I really thought the Chiefs' offense would be the one putting up 14 right now, not a defensive turnover, which is nothing wrong with that. You need that. You want that. That's how you win championships. Is you get help from everybody. You know, the defense has to make plays too. Okay, but the offense has to get some shit done too. The Eagles are not just going to stop not scoring, okay? The Eagles are not just going to come out and not score another touchdown, not score another field goal. That's not going to happen. So defense got to get some turnovers, and then the Chiefs have got to make every possession count, every single one. And it's okay. It's okay to kick a field goal, all right? I know Harrison Butker missed that one. He doinked it. But he's one of the best kickers in the NFL, in my opinion. And I've seen him make a lot of clutch kicks. You got to have faith in him. And I'm not talking about if it's in the fourth quarter and you're down by a lot. But right now, there's no reason to panic and go into complete meltdown mode, all right? And they may do that. Andy Reid's teams have done that before. So we'll see. But, yeah, barring anything crazy, it looks like the Philadelphia Eagles are about to be Super Bowl champions again. But we'll see. But, yeah, I guess that's all I can think of at the moment. So I'm going to go. Thank you guys for being on here. I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Thank you. Guys, I will see you after the game, and we'll talk, and we'll have a full analysis, and we'll have a Super Bowl champion crowned and MVP, which if it's the Eagles, I think it's going to be Jalen Hurts. Even with that fumble, because I expect him to keep making plays. The guy's incredible, man. He's all over the place. So if it's the Chiefs, it's going to have to be Patrick Mahomes, because they're not going to get back without him making plays. And he's going to have to make those plays. So if they're winning, it means that he came out firing, and he came out doing crazy shit. So either way, that's what we're going to look at here. So Prokenda asks, is Mahomes overacting his injury? Okay, so Roman here asked that same thing. Someone just asked what you asked, Roman. Someone just asked what you asked. Was Mahomes overacting?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Think so.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I've had sprained ankles. I've had ankles done that way, and I've had an ankle where it was my foot was black. It was awful. Okay, it hurts. It freaking hurts. It's awful. Okay, one time I stepped in a hole on the football field, flipped my ankle, and I remember just crawling to the sideline, just crawling. It was awful. And technically, it's not that big of an injury. It's not as harsh as, like breaking something or tearing ligaments, all this shit, right? But it is painful. So seeing him on the sidelines in that pain, that immediacy, could be real. It could be, actually, and I think it is. But the pain initially is the one that hurts, but then it dies. It kind of dies down after you kind of calm down. A lot of that could be just frustration too. Have you ever been angry and hurt at the same time in pain, and you're just pissed off, and it's all coming through you? It could be that, but no, I don't think he's overacting or anything like that. And well, I think that was legit, because like I said, ankle injuries hurt. They do sting a bit. So, but yeah, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, unless he comes out scrambling, unless he comes out in the second half looking like Michael Vick, then we can we can talk about this. But I suspect that he's going to keep trying to throw from the pocket and try to nurse that ankle the best he can. So, all right, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys after the game. Okay, have a great game. Let's hope it continues to be in such a good game here. Okay. Yeah, and oh yeah, one more thing, Marcus, what you just said, I agree. He's throwing from the pocket. He's very kind of, yeah. There's something wrong. It's obvious that something's wrong. Even before that, you could tell that his ankle injury from the Jaguars game is there. It is on his mind. It is affecting him. So, but again, not an excuse. That's football. But yeah, it's there. Okay, guys. See you after the game. Thank you.